Now that we've covered the different types of UGC and what makes this work so appealing, let's dive into how to create and sell your UGC videos. I want to focus on selling your content to clients, whether you're working on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Backstage, or Mandy, who will use your videos on their social media. We're not talking about building your own social media presence just yet, but getting paid to create content for others. Okay, so step one is planning your UGC video for clients. When you're creating UGC content for a client, it's important to understand the specific needs of the brand you're working with. Unlike creating content for your own social media, when you're doing UGC for a client, you need to consider their target audience, their brand voice, and the type of content that performs best for them on social media. Understand the brand and product before you start filming. Take some time to research the brand yourself. Look at their social media accounts, websites, and past content to get a feel for their tone, style, and target market. This will help you match their brand voice in your video. Is the brand fun and quirky? Are they more professional or educational? I also try to look at a brand's overall color palette. Then I try to match my clothing style and colors to that brand if it fits the topic of the video. Understanding this will make your video more aligned with what the brand wants and will save you a ton of time on things like the dreaded revisions. Clarify the video's purpose. Is this a product review, a demo, a customer testimonial? Make sure you know exactly what the client wants from the video. If it's a product demo, you'll want to focus on showing how the product works. If it's a testimonial, focus on how the product has helped or how it fits into your life. You don't need to memorize a script, but knowing the general goal will make it easier to deliver the right content. Always ask the client for a project brief. This brief will have all the details for the project. Okay, step two is setting up your UGC shoot for clients. Now that you know what kind of video you need to create, let's talk about how to set it up. Again, you don't need a professional studio, just some basic tools and a little preparation. Here are some key elements to consider. Smartphone or camera. For most clients, a smartphone will work perfectly fine. It's what I'm using, remember? It's simple, and the footage can look great if you have good lighting and audio. If you have access to a higher quality camera, that's great too. But it's not necessary at this stage. What's more important is that the video is clear, crisp, and easy to follow. Just a reminder, I'm only using my cell phone to record this course. I want you to see what you can do with a simple cell phone, lighting, and editing tools. Let's talk about lighting. Lighting is essential for making sure your video looks good. Make sure you have good, even lighting on your face. A ring light is a great investment because it gives you that flattering, soft light. But if you don't have one, natural light from a window works wonders as well. Just avoid having bright light directly behind you, which can make your face look dark. How about sound? Good sound is a must. Clients want to be able to hear you clearly, so if you can, use a lavalier mic or an external microphone to make sure your audio is crisp. You can also film in a quiet room to reduce any background noise that might distract from your message. As you've seen during this course, a quiet spot to record is not always possible. When that is the case, you need to have some editing tools, which we'll dive into shortly. How about framing? Make sure you're in the center of the frame and that the product is visible and easy to focus on. Try to film the product from different angles or zoom in to showcase any important details. Keep the background clean and simple to avoid distractions, but you don't have to have a blank wall behind you unless that's what fits the brand's style. My home is decorated in kind of a minimalist style, and that has actually caused some issues with clients. Some of them have wanted to see more stuff behind me because they want it to feel like a typical busy household, while other clients are looking for that clean, simple background that I can easily provide. It just goes to show there's something for everyone in creating UGC. All right, let's dive into step 3, filming and delivering the content clients want. Okay, so now you're ready to film. Let's go over some tips to make sure you deliver content that your clients will love. Be yourself, but stick to the brand's voice. You don't need to be a professional actor to make an impact, but you do want to stay true to the brand's voice. If they want a casual, friendly vibe, make sure your tone matches that. If it's more formal and educational, adjust accordingly. Speak clearly, naturally, and show your genuine interest in the product. Deliver clear, engaging content. Clients want their audience to stay engaged, so be sure to show how the product works, why it's valuable, and why you're recommending it. Focus on the benefits of the product and how it can solve a problem for the viewer. Stay focused on the core message and don't go off on tangents. Keep it concise. Social media is all about attention spans. Your video doesn't need to be long. 30 seconds to 1 minute is usually perfect. If you're doing a more detailed review or demonstration, you might go up to 2 or 3 minutes, but remember, the key is to get your message across in a way that's quick, clear, and easy to digest. Generally, your client will make it clear how long they want the video. For your own benefit, if they don't make it clear, ask questions. Find out exactly what they want. Step 4, editing your UGC content for clients. Once you've filmed your video, the next step is editing. Here's how you can take your footage to the next level and make it look polished for your clients. Trim unnecessary footage. Cut out any mistakes, long pauses, or moments where you're not adding value to the content. I call that dead space. Clients don't want to sift through extra footage. Keep it tight, engaging, and focused on the product. Some clients want your raw video footage. In that case, I still cut out the extra dead space in the video, but I don't do anything else to it. They are purchasing raw footage. I charge less for this because it is simply much less work for me. Offer to add captions or on-screen text, especially if the video will be used on social media where many people watch without sound. Add product names, key benefits, or calls to action to make the video more informative and actionable. This is also an upsell. Make sure you charge for this little extra. The website headliner.app is a great place to add captions to your videos, and if editing on your phone, CapCut is a great app for adding captions. How about enhancing your audio? Adjust the audio levels if needed. Make sure your voice is loud and clear. Now, I'm a voice artist by trade, so I will often pull my video file into Adobe Audition and adjust the sound if I think it could use it. Or I use Adobe Podcast to remove unwanted background noise. In general, it's best to record in a quiet area, but I have used these in a pinch when needed. Let's talk a little bit about delivering raw footage. We touched on this a little in step 1. There are a lot of times when the client actually wants raw footage, and I do not edit a thing unless it's that simple dead space stuff that I can easily cut out on my phone or camera. This is glorious, as I simply film on my phone, upload the files, and voila, the job is complete. Step 5, delivering your UGC to clients. Once your video is edited and looking great, or raw if that's what the buyer wanted, it's time to deliver it to the client. Here's what to keep in mind. Client communication. When you send the video, be sure to communicate clearly. Let the client know what to expect, how long the video is, the format, and if you've included any necessary files like logos or music. A friendly, professional message will go a long way in building a solid client relationship. Video files are large, so you may want to deliver with a OneDrive link. WeTransfer is also a helpful tool and is free to use. Make sure you're filming in the right format. Notice I've created almost this entire course in the 16:9 format. It's because this is the majority of UGC videos. Most of them want it in this cell phone format. Let's talk about revisions and feedback. Sometimes clients will want minor revisions to your video. Be open to feedback and make adjustments if necessary. You'll likely have a limited number of revisions as part of the contract, so be prepared to make small changes to meet the client's needs. If my lighting is set up somewhere out of the way in my home, I will let it up until I know the job is closed and there are no revisions. It just makes it simpler if I have a revision to do. And remember, when filming a revision, review the original video and make sure your jewelry, your nail color, your clothes all match the original video. Oh my gosh. And make sure you don't have lipstick on your teeth. I can't tell you how many times I've completed a video, sat down to edit it, and there was lipstick on my teeth. Here's a little bonus information. Now that you understand how to create and sell UGC content to clients, let's briefly touch on building your own social media presence as a UGC creator. This is something you can focus on later once you've started making money from freelance gigs, but it's a good idea to have an online portfolio where potential clients can see your work. Set up a professional profile on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Post some of your best UGC work and share the behind-the-scenes content. This can serve as a portfolio for your potential clients who might want to hire you. I use something like this all the time to get work. Engage with followers and brands. Build a community by interacting with followers and tagging brands whose products you've worked with. This shows that you have a genuine passion for the work and can help you get noticed by companies looking for UGC creators. Stay consistent. The key to growing your social media presence is consistency. Post regularly, engage with your audience, and stay true to your brand. While building your social media isn't the main focus right now, it can lead to more clients and brand collaborations in the future. Okay, so there you have it. How to create, sell, and deliver UGC content to clients who will use it on their social media. Remember, the key is to stay authentic. Keep things simple, and always make sure your content aligns with the brand's voice. You don't need to be a professional videographer to get started. Just a bit of practice and a genuine passion for the products you're creating content for. And once you get the hang of it, you'll be well on your way to building a steady stream of income through UGC.